Today I'm here with Margot from Arrow Capital. Pleasure having you with us. But before we start our conversation, can you tell us a little bit more about your role and your organization?
Absolutely. Gustavo, thank you very much for inviting me for this interview.
Pleasure.
With pleasure. My name is Malgorzata de la Torre and I run Spanish office for Arrow Capital Partners. I'm head of Spain. Arrow Capital Partners is a private investment firm from Australia. And in Spain, we set up our business in 2019 and we grew ever since. We started to create a logistics platform. It's a pan-European platform with our central team in London. We have also offices in Germany and in Netherlands. And our aim is to create logistics portfolio of around 3 billion euros with our JV partners.
Fantastic. After COVID, we saw inside of the GRI discussions a lot of people going to logistics discussions. They were very popular and etc. So everybody built a lot.
That's right.
And that's how the markets react, right? I have been around for almost 2 decades and I always see this movement and I find it very interesting. But I still believe that there are some good opportunities, there's some bubbles, right? And how do you see the market in Spain? You still see good opportunities for this specific asset class, or do you see more challenges than opportunities at the moment?
It is a challenging market right now because there is plenty of capital still available in logistics. In Spain, we have institutional investors, we have private equities, we have private investors, international and national REITs, and also Spanish capital is pretty strong. Therefore, there is a lot of liquidity in logistics sector. Previously, investors who invested in retail or in offices right now moved into looking into logistics. And what happens right now, there's a limited product on the market. So there are some transactions, there are some core plus transactions. Probably we'll witness some core transaction this year as well, which is very good for us to see where the core capital is right now. And it will be a great indicator for the market. From a value-add perspective, because we are very much a value-add player, it's in our DNA. There are limited opportunities right now in the market. So we have to very carefully look at the market, look at different micro locations in Spain, because it's not only Madrid, it's Barcelona, it's Valencia, top tier 3 cities, and then other regional cities, which from a logistics point of view are pretty strong too.
And when it comes to the project that you deploy capital, is always greenfield, or you like to take some spaces and refurbish and add some new value to the places? How does it work?
We did traditionally, or we started in the past doing some sell and leaseback and core plus, but we very much moved quickly into value-add space. So we acquired some value-add assets. We can also do brownfields. We did acquire brownfields where you have to proceed with a full demolition of the assets and prepare the lot for future construction. And we also do acquire greenfields, plot of the land, so fully zoned for construction land, but we have also experience in land management.
With investments in so many countries here in Europe, when you talk with your headquarters in London, how easy is to convince them about projects in Spain? And how do you compare Spain with other markets?
Being pan-European platforms, there are certain allocations for every country in Europe where we currently invest in. I think Spain has a pretty strong fundamentals right now. If you take a look on the economic growth, it has the highest economic growth across the Eurozone right now. Banking system in Spain is pretty healthy. And I also believe Spain created a very friendly business framework for international investors to invest. From a logistics point of view, there's a very strong demand. This quarter, the total take-up, for example, only in Madrid was 240,000 square meters.
Very strong.
Which is the highest take-up in the first quarter over the last 7 of the years.
Wow.
Really strong demand. From an e-commerce perspective, e-commerce penetration rate in Spain, we're way below the European average and we're way below the other European countries. It's only 12%. We have a strong perspective growth, for example, in 3 years to be at probably 17%, and in 5 years' time reaching 20%. So there's room to grow. I think also Spain benefits itself from excellent connectivity in transportation. We have beautiful cities located in beautiful locations that are very well connected. I would say Spain boosts itself from infrastructure, and I'm not talking only about the road infrastructure. It's air infrastructure, it's rail infrastructure, it's maritime infrastructures as well. From a logistics point of view, if you look at any report right now, Gustavo, of the top 15 ports across Europe, 3 of them are in Spain, which Algeciras in Andalusia tends to be on the 3rd or 4th position, then followed by Valencia and Barcelona. So definitely good perspectives there. And just the last part, if I'm talking about the strong fundamentals, very strong workforce right now, still have competitive rates compared to other European countries. Spain has positioned itself as a nearshoring business for most of the Europe right now. So definitely a great place to be, and I have plenty of arguments to convince our board to invest in Spain.
You know what you're talking about for sure. Final question. What's your 2025 looking like? How many projects, do you have a target for how many projects or how many deals you want to close by the end of the year, or an amount of capital you need to deploy? How is your 2025 looking like?
That's a very good question. Being an Australian company, our fiscal year is from June to June, so we're not talking about full calendar year. It's very challenging. Of course, we have a target that we want to invest in Spain, and we're very actively looking to source new product in logistics. As I tell you, there's plenty of capital, limited opportunities in value add space. Our main target right now, I would say for this year, we have 5 ongoing refurbishment in Spain, refurbishment on an older product to future-proof the assets, to comply with all the regulations. 2 of them are quite large. We currently refurbish 48,000 square meters in Madrid, in the second logistic ring, very well consolidated warehouse. And it's multi-tenant, very complex refurbishment there. We are upgrading the fire rating in the warehouse to attract more tenants and comply with the regulations. And then we have another project also in Madrid, second logistics ring, absolute gem location next to the highway, single tenant, 16,000 square meters. And we're proceeding with a comprehensive refurbishment of that warehouse. There are some benefits, of course. We are future-proofing the asset, complying with all the regulations. Very important for us is, of course, ESG. In Spain, we work with BM certificates, and every project we are carefully studying all the pros. How can we improve the warehouse? And we all do that in order to maximize and enhance value of our asset. There are also challenges in value add space. We have to liaise with public administration, because if you do a bigger refurbishment, comprehensive refurbishment and new construction, you have to apply for a full permit. And you have so you have to prepare a project, town hall, public administration. That's a municipal administration. They have to review it and stamp it. Sometimes it's a very easy process and there is a good conversation and they're very agile, but sometimes it takes time. There's not enough workforce at public administration right now, and just your project gets stuck on the file, so you have to be very, very well prepared in order to avoid any delays. Changes in the regulations. We are currently ongoing one change in the fire protection warehouse in Spain, which is challenging. We have to carefully review all the projects. And of course, there's a saying, it's always easier to build from the scratch than a full-fledged new warehouse. So we have to be prepared for every eventuality. Saying that, you asked me for 2025, definitely a lot to do for us in asset management space. We're pretty busy, but we like complex asset management, problem-solving approach, and that's value add is at our DNA.
Margot, thank you very much. Great speaking to you.
Pleasure to speak to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.